Hello, I'm Brian Foster, and I have a blog, nwspiritism.com, and today we are talking about why are our trials on earth so difficult? Why are they so hard? Why do we have to go through the ups and downs, the terrible consequences of our actions? From previous lives. Why do we have to suffer illnesses? Why do we have to suffer terrible breakups, bad relationships? Why? Why does God do this to us? Well, there's a very good answer, and Spiritism supplies that answer. We are all immortal spirits. We go through life after life in our quest to become a pure spirit. If you want to know the example of a pure spirit, then look to Jesus Christ. He is an example of a pure spirit, loving, caring, honest, fraternal, a wonderful person. Doesn't hold a grudge, isn't envious, right? Doesn't plot revenge. Those are all things we must need to learn. And in order to learn that, we have to know the effects of our action. And knowing the effects of your action is what people call karma. Karma is real. Believe me, I know. I've gone through it. I've been told about what I've done in previous lives. And I can certainly spot what has happened to me in this life in consequence of what I've done in a previous life. We humans are stubborn people. If we learned the easy way, we would ascend so fast. We would become nice, charitable, fraternal, honest people. Instead, we are stubborn. We don't want to say, no, you should live an honest life. Don't try and grab that money because it will give you all sorts of pleasure, right? Don't try and cheat that person because you wanted their whatever. No. So what karma does, what the spirit world does for us, and this is really a benefit to us, although I understand it is extremely hard to think of it that way. When we do something wrong in a previous life, we must learn not to do that again. Now, we can do it the easy way or the hard way. If we do something wrong in this life, and then we think about it, we say, oh, that was terrible. And we atone for that, right? We pay back that person what we did to them. We logically think, I'm not going to do that again. Well, that is most likely something you will not have to atone for in a next life. Spiritism says we live on a planet of atonement. What does that mean? Each of us, we go through many, many lives. I don't know how many hundreds, thousands of lives where we have to learn lessons. So for each thing we did wrong, in the next life, we learn why that was incorrect to do. If you had a terrible breakup with your spouse and you treated your spouse terribly, and then you just abandon them. Well, guess what? In this life, it's going to happen to you. Your spouse will treat you terrible and abandon you. You won't like that. That realization will be seared into your personality, and you go, I'm not going to treat people like that. Even if for some reason in the future I have some crazy relationship, I will try and get out of it as honest and nicely as I can. That is why we go through life after life, so we become civilized. It's not easy, but it's important. And why is it important to become civilized? Why should we look beyond just one life? Well, first, we're immortal souls. And as an immortal soul means you're going to live until the sun burns out and after. And as you learn and as you become a better person and as you rise in the spiritual hierarchy, you'll have more and more power to help other people, to guide the evolution of planets, the evolution of cultures, animals and minerals and vegetable and whatever. You will help create new worlds. You'll help educate primitive spirits. You'll help educate spirits just like us who are on a planet of atonement. Someday, when this planet has a majority of people who are good, honest spirits, good, honest souls who incarnate, the whole planet will become a planet of regeneration. We won't have the ignorant spirits around us giving us bad ideas. It will be a much nicer, great place. But until then, we are here in this sea as an incarnate. We are next to very immature spirits who will do primitive things. They will steal, they'll rob, they'll take whatever they want because they don't know better. They are more immature. But remember, someday they will become like us and hopefully even better. It all depends on their level. That's why there's always, the Spiritism says there's always going to be managers and workers here on this planet of atonement. Why? Here, when we're nice, we always want to treat everybody equally, and as we should. But there are always people that will need to be led, and there's some people who will lead. And that's the big difference is the state of their spiritual maturity. Are they a nice, good leader, right? Now, here on earth, you can say, well, Brian, we have terrible leaders, right? That doesn't mean that these immature spirits can't, fight their way to the top. Eventually, that will not happen. When we become a planet of regeneration, the natural, good, more mature spirits will rise to the top. But now we have all sorts of things happening. We live in an ocean of chaos. And from that, we need to learn from that ocean of chaos of what is good, that what follows our conscience, and what is not good. And we see all sorts of things. Now, when we die and we get rid of this physical body, we come back in the spirit form and we go into heaven, we're not surrounded by all the good and bad and ignorant and backward spirits, right? Those spirits are in the lower zone or even below the crust of the earth, called the dark abyss, a type of purgatory. No one's there forever. We've all as spirits have been in one of those places because we were obstinate and stubborn and refused to learn. I'm sure I have been there. Have done horrible, horrific things I've been told I have done in a past life. For some reason, the spirit world only tells me the bad things I've done. I have not heard of any good things I've done in a past life. So it must be because they really want me to know that every one of us going through these hard trials, and I guess to use me as an example, becomes a better person. Am I a perfect person? No, not anywhere there. I have a lot to learn, but I haven't tortured anyone. I haven't chopped anybody to bits, right? I haven't stolen any money, right? I've wasted money. I've lost money for people that I regret. I've done those things, but I've not ever tried to do some sort of criminal action. So I have become a better person. Am I a perfect person? Oh, heavens forbid, no, not yet. Well, I shouldn't say heaven forbid. I should say, hopefully, I will be one day, right? That's my aim. That is what I want to do, and I am investing my time and effort to becoming better. So if you want to know how to do that, read my book, How to Live. It will give you a step-by-step how to ascend spiritually. You can also, if you want to understand the spirit world and to understand what is waiting for you, that is so important, because you can say, well, I don't care. Why should I become a good person? After death, who cares? Well, learn about what heaven's like. Learn about the power of the spirit. Learn what your potential is. That's in my book, Heaven and Below, and it tells you about heaven in the different zones. Then my second book in the series of 3 is Spirit and the Spirit Universe, all about spirits, what the spirit universe is, how we are just a small dimension in one of the universes, and then how spirits guide us, how they plan our lives, how they guide the earth, the cultures of earth, the future of earth, and what the future of earth will be like. I want to say God bless to all of you. God bless.